Well, me and Tony thought we'd start our weekend with a visit to the local garden centre. It wasn't the best of weather. It was raining a little bit and about 13 degrees. I wanted to get back by lunchtime to do some jobs in the garden, but he had his breakfast first, so he was happy. There's a few jobs to do today. Get in between some of these plants and do a little bit of weeding. There's a few little weeds dotted under there, and definitely coming along here. Hello, Vim. Right, boy, what are you looking at? What's in there? Not taking any notice. Come on then, move along. Tucked at the back of the borders. We step over the cat. There's a few little weeds there. So I'll get my hoe out and get started on that. After a little 10 minutes work, the borders looked a lot fresher. We're quite lucky here, we don't have that many weeds, so I haven't got to do it that often. Just a short bit of time every few weeks and a little go around with the hoe and bucket, and it makes it look a lot cleaner, and it'll stay like this now for a while. While I was out there, I thought I'd also have a quick brush up of all the pathways, make it look a bit tidier. I also wanted to swap around 2 plants in the garden. This phormium I wanted to move underneath the Victoria plum tree because there at the moment was a miscanthus grass, and I know that when it grows there's not going to be enough space. So up come the phormium, and in its place I put the miscanthus. I made the hole a little bit larger to accommodate the new root ball, and once in, I firmed it around and give it all a good watering. Considering how much has rained lately here in Wales, you would think that the earth would be quite wet, but it wasn't, it was quite dry, so I took the opportunity to give the bamboos a good watering also. The little phormium looks much better here underneath the Victoria plum tree, and this variety isn't going to grow that large, and it adds a little bit of different colour into the area. I know you're all probably bursting to know what I bought at the garden centre. Well, the first thing was a bag of compost. But then secondly, I thought I'd treat myself to a new pair of gardening shoes. These ones I'd buy a few different pairs of, as the ones that I had were really falling off my feet. They were filthy. The trouble was I don't want to use these new ones now. I also bought some very small trailing plants, because I want to put these into the silver containers that I've got, the hanging ones, and dot them around the garden. I don't know what these are, but they were very pretty. I'm hoping that they'll grow a little bit larger to fill the pots. I think they were 4 for £10. This one was especially nice, I like this one. I also bought myself a new geranium plant. This is an upright geranium, and I wanted it to keep in the greenhouse to have as a nice cheerful coloured plant in there when I'm working. This variety is called a tropical orange geranium. It was in a very small pot and the root ball was really dry, so I selected a larger size pot that I thought it would fill and filled it with some compost. I then added more compost around the outside and firmed the plant in with my fingers. It looks really nice standing in the greenhouse. And now I've got my radio in there, and when I come home from work, there's nothing better than have a relaxing 10 minutes to myself and just working in the greenhouse, listening to some music and just winding down after work. And now I can even come in here when it's raining, because it doesn't matter what the weather's like outside. My cat is never far away. He acts as if he's not interested, but he's always having a little nose at what I'm doing in the background. I also bought some rose and shrub manure-enriched fertilizer. I've never grown roses before, but I know that they are hungry plants, so I thought I'd better really start feeding them for the season. I gave them all a generous sprinkle and watered it all in. I hope now that you've enjoyed spending another day with me in the garden and seeing what I've been up to. Why not subscribe to my channel? When looking at my channel, I realise that 72% of viewers aren't subscribed, so why not help me out by pressing that subscribe button? Until next time, happy gardening, and I'll see you all soon. Bye for now.